What's going on, people? Welcome to a special edition of FNC Friday Night Crew. Hey, we here. You know what time it is. We got some topics for you. I'm Will. Next to me, we got Shan. How you doing, Shan?
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's enjoying this snowed in day.
What's going on?
Good. How you doing?
Last but not least, we got D. What's up, D?
Hey, happy holidays, everybody.
So, we're going to get it. We're going to hit the ground running. We got some news that dropped, I think, today or something? So, let's go on and do it. Tory Lanez has been found guilty of all three charges in Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. What's going on with this? I know we all seen little bits and pieces, different stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have been following things like that. I've heard all kinds of rumors, somebody else shot, all this kind of stuff. All the businesses out there, everybody in the streets in the world know that Megan is a player. So, what is your thoughts on Tory Lanez being found guilty? Let's go. Let's go. Shan, can you hear me?
Uh, yeah, I can hear you, but what do you mean she's a player? I'm just curious.
They
What's
was
it have to do with
revealing.
being shot in the
They was
toe?
no. They was in the
I'm just
case. They
kidding.
brought up everybody's. I mean, her whole personal business, who she was with, all this kind of thing.
Oh, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay,
So that's what I'm talking about. But yeah. So, what is your thoughts on?
okay.
Uh,
Okay. Well, my thing is, um, you know what? I mean, if he did it, it seems like he did. He was found guilty. Um, I mean, don't be shooting at people. That's all I got to say. I mean, I didn't really follow it. Just seen a little bit. That a lot of people was taking his side, and some people was taking her side. So I'm not really that much into it. But you know, I mean, justice was served on her behalf. So
Mark, I know you itching, buddy. What you think about this, man? Give us your rundown on the
Hey,
case.
Doc. I, 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 it's so difficult when you got 19 different stories as far as with this case or whatever, because you got the best friend saying that he didn't do it. It was all a plan for publicity and all this, but he was found guilty, right?
Right,
So it's crazy because we would never know the real story of it if it's true or if it's not
mhm.
true.
right.
But if it is true, it's messed up on his behalf for shooting her in the foot. I don't care how mad you get at her. Don't shoot her. You know what I'm saying? Walk away from the situation or whatever. But if it's not true, then boy, she done played a hell of a story. You know what I'm saying? To get that publicity, to get a career going. But it's just, whoo, that's a whole hot mess over
Sierra, you got anything to add on that?
I mean, I really didn't follow it, but I mean, you should never shoot nobody.
her at
Mhm.
all.
At all? D.
Yeah, I mean, that is so many different stories, and then I lost track at the beginning, and there's so many other things going on in the world that just wasn't on my priority list to follow. I'm glad that the case is closed, and so if he lied, he lied.
To me, I'm really surprised that it got this. I thought they was gonna nip it in the bud or whatever. Nothing like this. I didn't know. I didn't think it was even gonna go to trial. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
That's this one
What
less
you said.
monkey news that we got to worry about. Get rid of that.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Something serious happened. Let me raise it on up. Missing 5-month-old baby found alive after woman suspected of kidnapping him and his twin is arrested in Indianapolis. Shannon, I think you shared this one about the missing five
Mhm.
baby. Can you go ahead and give a rundown on this?
I did submit the topic to be spoken about, but from my understanding, you all correct me. I think the mama was door dashing, and she had the kids in the car. From my understanding, and when she went out, I guess to deliver the food, the other lady got into the car, and the kids was in the back. From my understanding, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. Just just doing ignorant stuff. I mean, Lord have mercy. I don't know what's behind it. Like, I don't think of course, you should ever do anything like that. Uh, it's just ridiculous. I'm glad both of the babies are found safe. That 5-month-old was the other twin was found safe. What, last night or something like that. So I'm just glad that the babies are okay. I think the mama think twice about having the babies, but then again, she might not have nobody to watch them. So that's another thing. You got to work. They want you to work. So how do you do it if you don't have anybody to watch the babies? But you got to work. So I this terrible, and that woman, she get whatever is coming to her. I mean, somebody said that they thought it was she might have mental health issues or whatnot, but still, it's no excuse to take somebody else's vehicle. So,
D, what you think about this?
Well, and I did hear that she left the babies in the car. I didn't hear about the DoorDash part. So, but as Shannon mentioned, this is just a cruel world anyway, in terms of just you can't really work without, worried about different things, but you shouldn't leave your kids in the car. I mean, it's just too many things that are going on in their babies and their infants. And, I'm glad, very grateful and prayerful that they have found the babies. Sad situation. I read somewhere where it's two things that may happen here. Not only the charge of the woman who kidnapped the baby, but the charge of the mama who left the babies in the car. So it's different things that we have to do to survive. And if that's the situation that she was working, in this day and age, you can work from home. It may not be the job you want, but I mean, when you have to take care and feed mouths and yourself as well, then, sometimes you do things you don't want to do. And if working from home because you don't have a babysitter is what you need to do, then that's what you need to do.
Sierra,
Yep.
what you think about that?
I thought it was really sad because why do you need to take somebody's child? And it's when me and Mark, we would DoorDash, and we would see a lot of parents out here would leave their kids in the car and come right back. But nowadays, you can't trust nobody.
Right.
You never know what's going on inside of somebody's head. So, but yeah, like Dee said, the mama needs to be charged, and the other lady needs to be charged. So,
right, Mark.
I mean, it's a sad story and unfortunate, but you never know who's watching your every move. So you DoorDash, and this lady might have been watching your every move there, what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to switch everything up. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the world that's going on today. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it's always going to come up to be that the lady, somebody might have a health issue, a mental issue.
Yeah.
That's what we in now. That somebody have some type of issue with something. So that's going to always be an excuse in. If that's the excuse, and she might beat it. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. But it's a sad thing. She might not have nobody to watch her kid. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't agree with her leaving the kids in the car unless you had like a 12 or 13-year-old with you to lock the door. You understand what I'm saying? But it is a sad situation.
Right. I really don't think to be honest, I don't really think it mattered who the hell was in the car. I think that woman was out to steal that car regardless, you know what I'm saying? Hide.
Yep.
Whatever. And then when she got in the car, she turned around and saw babies in the back.
I think exactly what it was.
Oh my gosh. Boom. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm already in trouble now, so I'm just gonna pull over and say, sit the babies on out or whatever I gotta do, and I go to the police and say, hey, I stole this car, I got 2 babies in the back. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go off for a ride and do what we gotta do because I already made a mistake regardless. It's that woman's gonna steal whoever car that was, whatever, no matter who was in there, thinking that no babies. Probably thinking ain't nobody gonna leave no 5-month-old twins in the back of the car.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Her intent was to take the car.
Right. That was her thing. Like, I'm taking this roller. You flip it.
But it was
Cars running?
like one twin was found And then the next
Mm-hmm.
twin, a couple of days
Yeah.
later, was found. So
Panicking.
I
what
was
was her
saying that. Yeah.
reaction?
That's straight panic move.
Yeah.
That's like, oh shit,
Yeah, that
something.
Yeah.
Everybody's out my head.
If you look at the car, you should just send both of the car. You should just dump both of the babies out.
But
Not dump, but send both of the babies
Yeah,
out
I
if you was in,
understand that.
you
She
know,
was
what you
trying-
did.
That at all.
So
she
what
was-
was you thinking?
she was trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna leave one right here. You know,
Panicking, I think.
she panicked, leave one right here. Let me
Yeah.
go over here and do it. She freaked out because they was on that ass. Everybody know that, and so she panicked. Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of like, oh shit,
Yeah.
let me just stop the car and get out and walk, whatever. Nah, you in there now. You know what
Right.
I'm
That's
saying?
what you should have did.
It's done. Yeah,
You
you
shouldn't have did it at all, but yeah.
and should have scolded the mother. Said, hey, yo, you might want to be careful next time. What the hell's going on? But like you guys said, you
Right.
never know somebody's situation. Maybe that's the only job she had I could do and all this kind of stuff like that. I just know it scared the living shit out of her ass. But now the court system's great scared the living shit out of her ass. So you're going to have
Yeah.
both of them in the cell together probably. So, hey, who knows
Yeah.
One bad move led to another bad move.
what you said, without a doubt. Our favorite guy is back in the news. Bishop Whitehead charged with wire fraud and lying to the FBI and unrelated. Is anybody surprised? For anybody, for the people who don't know who Bishop Whitehead is, that's our guy in New York. The one who was preaching and got all $1 million worth of jewelry stolen, and wife got the stuff
Okay.
stolen, and and then the next time some people was taking pictures and he choked out a woman for taking pictures. He knew. I mean, we all knew this was coming. I mean, dude loves the attention. He loves the attention, but he's getting ready to go right back where he was at because he was locked up before. So he got out, started. Hey, how can I make some quick money? Make some money. Hey, let me start a church. He started a church. He did what he had to do. Bye, 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 bye. So our favorite guy, Mr. Bishop Whitehead, is getting ready to get in trouble with that straight FBI time. Is anybody on here shocked? B, what do you think about our favorite bishop from New York?
Yeah, well, to answer your first question, no, not shocked. Pretty much tired of hearing about him and all his just foolishness. Just ridiculous. Is at this point, it's like, he's trying to be seen. You doing stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think he kind of likes the attention. It just don't make any sense to me. It doesn't. So again, every time when it's brought up, that's when it's brought to my attention. And I think who sent this, Shannon? Or which one of y'all sent this?
I think Shannon's probably sent that one.
Okay, it's just craziness. Craziness. So yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
Shannon, what I know I forgot that you sent it, but what's your idea about
Oh, that's okay.
Bishop Don Juan?
Oh. Well, like he said, no, I'm not shocked. I mean, I'm not shocked. I mean, you reap what you sow. I mean, now they're getting ready to catch up. He's getting ready to do some big time if he's found guilty. And so maybe he can preach in the prison, federal prison. I don't know. I mean, so it is what it is. So, it's terrible when people take advantage of other people. Like, what did you say?
I said they gonna get him in the cell.
Oh yeah, he can preach it. He can preach in the. He have a flock up in there.
Nah, he gonna have a flock somewhere, but it ain't gonna be up in there. He gonna get it. All the stuff he done did, wearing all that Fendi and all that stuff. They gonna get that boy. He gonna get it, like really get it. Like,
he ain't gonna be wearing no Fendi in there.
no, he's not. Sierra Mark. Oh no.
But then again, I don't know.
What do y'all think? I mean, because like I said, this is that same guy who staged that robbery.
It's crazy.
Dude, the Migos came out with the perfect song. Do anything for clout.
Right.
That's what this world is all about now.
There you
Everybody's
go.
doing
Woo,
anything for
yes.
clout, and that's what that man did.
Big time.
Exactly what he did, but now he got to pay the consequences. That's on him.
Get ready to get it, right? Get ready to get it. Sierra, any thoughts on our favorite bishop?
It's just crazy. It's crazy. People lie about anything.
Anything.
Well,
Man, attention.
y'all know what the thing about this is, we know that churches pop up all the time, different stuff like that, and if people get callings and stuff like that, do people like do background checks on their pastors and reverends and bishops?
Probably not.
Not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean,
Right.
don't get me
No.
wrong.
As
People make
long as you
mistakes. People make mistakes, and you can come back from it and all this kind of stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't,
Yeah.
but I really don't think
Yeah.
people do any kind of search on these kind of bishops and pastors and reverends, I guess. And that leads.
They're
Yeah.
not gonna do it
It's hard to
because
make.
it's
It's hard to
always
make a
what it
change.
is.
Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead,
That's
Mark.
exactly what I was going to say. She just said what I was going to say. It's either the granddaddy, he passed it down to the son passed it down to his son, then you got the grandsons. Like, it's never going to be anything. It's always going to be passed down.
Shannon?
And as long as you can,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you gonna catch everybody's attention.
Right. Shannon, go ahead.
Yeah. No, and I was just thinking. I mean, you said change your ways, but he never changed his way from the get. I mean, I'm pretty sure when he was locked in jail or whatever, he was already scheming and trying to figure out which way to make some quick money and what I can do. So he never stopped. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. You never was trying to change your ways
Right.
from the get-go.
He knew what he was going to do, regardless. When he came out, that was his. Hey, when I come back, I'm gonna do this.
Oh yeah.
He did it. And he rocked and rolled. Y'all saw all those videos and pictures. He was, man, he was loaded. Him, his wife, everybody. He was, but he couldn't stop. He couldn't stop, like Mark said. He got that clown. That's right. And he did it. And what pastor's showing all your jewelry and driving Fendi and all, doing all this kind of stuff for the gram. I mean, come on, dude. Really? Okay, yeah. FBI was watching. FBI was watching each and one of those videos. Each and one of those videos. Every time you did a video, every time you got a bogus charge, they was on his ass, and they got him. Congratulations,
And
Bishop.
it was probably somebody in his congregation. It was FBI.
Hell, every time I see, it wasn't nothing but 5 people in there anyway. Who's paying all this money? Where he getting that money from? So he was into some other stuff besides the pulpit.
I was going to say, you know where you get the money from. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Let me backtrack. I kind of went over this one. Let's get this one back up. This right here, and Mark and I didn't really do this on the Mark Will show, but this right here, University of Texas basketball coach was arrested and charged with felony assault. It was around Thanksgiving. What happened is that supposedly he choked out one of his family members. I don't know if it was the wife, the children, the brother-in-law. I didn't really read up on it, but I remember it. I don't know who he choked out, but got to the point where strangulation is one of the charges. And this is around Thanksgiving time. This guy makes buku money for University of Texas. He used to be the head basketball coach for Texas Tech. For the people who don't know, big money's in the state of Texas. So when you have football, basketball, they all being taken care of, right? So this guy, Coach Bird, choked out a family member to the point where he was choking off the airway. So strangulation.
Ooh, Lord.
Right. And the thing about this is supposed to be a leader of men, right? Of your child. Y'all have college age children. You send your child to a school thinking they're gonna be protected by their coach and coaches, assistant coaches. Right? So you see this, if a coach is willing to choke out a family member, how they care about you? Your son can't. I don't care who you are. I'm sorry.
Don't stand a chance.
You don't understand.
Mm.
So this is somebody at a top 20 job, top 50, and I'm just saying because if it's a football, it's top 5 job. I say top 20 in basketball,
Absolutely.
but he gets paid big time money. And my thing is, I
Right.
thought this was interesting because, especially for D, Mark, and Sierra, D already got a child that's in college, got another one going to go. You guys got one get ready to go. What kind of qualities does that even take? Do y'all even take consideration of the qualities of a coach has to have y'all son on campus?
Well, I think some of that
Yeah,
is
most
about
definitely. Because
when you
at the
go
end of the day,
visit.
Go, D, and then we come back to you, Sierra. Hold on.
I think it's also when you visit, and I think you take all of it into account. The problem is like I'm thinking about Robert's situation. We went up and we met all the coaches. Then the head coach left. So you're talking about the changing of staff. But that's why you got to just stay well connected in, and then you got to also make sure that your child is vocal to inform you when stuff goes on. You want them to to be able to know that none of that stuff is tolerated. The whole sports system, you do want to be respectful to coaches and everything, but there's some zero tolerance that should not be allowed. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, but yeah, we do. I know. I take in consideration. I would think that all parents take into consideration.
Sierra,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, you should take it into consideration because this is somebody that your child is around during practice and all of that. And you have to make sure that your child is in good hands because you don't want nothing to happen to your child. So yeah, you
You,
have to I need to know everything. I need to know your background.
and you know
I
what?
need to know all of that.
The thing about it is, the it, high school coaches is more easy to access. You hear all the stories all the time about the college coaches. Sometimes these players don't even know where the college coach, head coach's office is. Like they are removed. It's really a business.
Right.
Yeah.
The assistant coach that they deal with, like the DB coach or the running back coach or the receiver, that's who they really deal with. So let me go back around this way, and I'll start with you, Mark. Uh, if you had a child at a school and they coach got charged with what this guy just got charged, what is your plan of action on this?
It's crazy because that's actually a hard question, really, because it's like for one, you let your child go there, and you got to trust in this man, right? But then you got to sit there and think about: is this a Bobby Knight?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Is he gonna treat his kids? You understand what I'm saying? Like now everything is in play. Like okay, now you as a parent, now you come in protective mode. Okay, you do my child like that. Now we got a problem. You understand what I'm saying? So every parent is looking at that like that because this ain't the '80s. This is a new generation type
Mm-hmm.
of thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially in basketball. That's personal. You know what I'm saying? Like you choke this person up, are you gonna choke my child up? Now we might have to go to the transfer portal and see can you go and play somewhere else.
Right, right. Thank God for transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is that just like everything else, a lot of stuff get swept beneath the rug. Before you know it, dude's gonna be back on the
Yep.
sideline,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not gonna bring up anything. But I will say this, and I don't mind saying it, like a time, like what's that movie? Time to Kill. Picture that coach was black. Would he have his job?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
He wouldn't. He'd be gone. He'd already be out of there. He'd be out of there. I mean, that's keep it. That's where we live. That's
And
the
I'm gonna
we live.
tell you the crazy thing. That's the time we live in. You're absolutely right. But I guarantee you, one of his family members sat there and said, "How you lose to them?" And he snapped.
Mm. I don't
How
know
you
because
lose North Carolina?
well,
How you do this? How you do that?
the thing about it is, I wish I mean, granted, that's it coming to public record soon type of stuff. I just wonder which family person that he snatched up like it and choked because you know a lot of coaches are tense. I mean, a lot of coaches I have, a lot of coaches I know, they're friends of mine, and not everybody's cut like that or whatever. But you do have some people that are very, very intense and are whatever. So he might have been snatching and choking people all along. We don't know. But when you at a big university, when you at different stuff,
Yeah.
it comes
Yeah.
out, and now it's like okay, free game. You getting paid $8 to $10 million. Yeah, you can't get away with none of that stuff. But hey, and I mean, and that's why I wanted to bring it on there to see what's going on, what y'all thought was. All right, something else in the sports world.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Go
Can
ahead.
I say,
Go ahead.
can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Did y'all see? It's not okay. As I'm saying, the one is not one of the topics, but with the ex New York Knicks guy, Amir Stoudemire or something, I think his
Amar
name. He
Stoudemire.
punched his daughter. So when you was talking, yeah, he punched his daughter, and he has charges now. He's not a coach or anything, but I was just sitting there thinking about just the whole. I guess this the sports system is some of the coaches and players because yeah, he got assault charges for punching his daughter, one of his daughters.
How old was she?
Said his daughter was disrespecting his mother. Well,
How
they
old,
didn't say which daughter it was. It's two daughters. They underage. It's like 14 and 17. Both of them are underage. They didn't say which daughter it was that he punched.
Amar Stoudemire was one of those high school sensation that was able to play in the NBA straight from the NBA. Was on his way to be Hall of Fame. He was a mammoth player. He was all that. He was good, right? Very talented player.
Yep.
That kind of,
Those thieves.
and so let me add to that. Willie McGinnis, former New England Patriots, just got arrested from punching some dude. Him and his goons. Well, he's part of the goon squad in a restaurant. Punched and jumped this guy at the restaurant. Willie McGinnis is a Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer. Like not saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He is a NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he didn't care. And he's on an NFL network making millions of dollars just to talk about something that he did. And now he's charged. He's getting ready to lose all that. And so what's going to happen?
Absolutely.
Are they going to blame the CTE?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to blame it on CTE?
Yeah.
He got CTE. That's why he's not. No, you are what you are. You are what you are. I don't want to hear all that. Everything does not have a rhyme and a reason. And it goes back to it. Because the lawyer's going to say that CTE, he snapped, whoop, whoop, whoop. How can we get him out of it? But the thing about it is, dude is done. Like he would never have a job calling games, talking about football games, getting paid. That's a wrap. But he didn't care. Him and 4 or 5 other dudes jumped this guy at a nice restaurant. So going on like you said, Stoudemire, all this kind of stuff. People that I guess they don't care, man, and they show their ugly heads, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Speaking of craziness, but not on the player. I know you guys probably seen the video. The New England Patriots fan, some Oakland Raider fan that was a woman was just all in his face the whole game. This cussing him out. You know how it goes. Everybody's seen videos of this stuff before, which shouldn't be tolerated at all. Because if he'd have punched that woman, then everything else would have fell apart. She was all in this guy's face, giving it to him and talking crazy. Her husband or boyfriend was trying to restrain her a little bit. People was trying to make sure he was calm. New England, like this became so viral though that New England Patriots gave him free tickets and all this stuff. Forget free tickets. He needs to be paid because this goes on for visiting fans. Big time. Now, Pittsburgh fans, they always
Yeah,
visit, right? They go
he
to
needs to be admired for not even reacting.
they always visit and they in a group. Dallas fans in a group, right? If you go to a game, you're probably gonna be substitute to this if you're a visiting team. You need to go in groups because this is gonna be crazy. That's how it goes. What'd you say, D? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mm.
No, I was just commenting he should be definitely spoke upon in terms of just not reacting. Because if he had reacted, it'd been a whole different media frenzy in regards to his reactions up in his face.
It'd have been a black.
So
It'd
I'm not condoning no violence or nothing like that. But it was boundaries, personal space, and boundaries, all that. And I'm a fan of football, best, but still, that's just ridiculous.
that'd have been a black and white thing if he would have reacted. It was a white woman that was occurring all in his face. Mark, you have been to games.
Absolutely.
You know, as a Steelers fan, you know what I'm saying, catching them games at Cincinnati, different places, stuff like that. How guarded are you when you go to these games? Because we know how it is as Steeler Nation, Cowboy Nation, stuff like that. When you go visit the home team, it's a little delay. Shane, go ahead. What's your thought on this?
Okay, froze.
Shannon, what's your thought on this? She's frozen too, I think, D, or something. Can you hear me, Dion?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Boy, they need to start getting on their phones or something.
I mean,
Shannon.
I have to say, I'm glad
Shannon,
this young man
first of all, Shannon,
calm
it's going to take 20
and
minutes
everything. Kudos.
to get this. But are you on your laptop or are you on
I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Are you on your phone or laptop?
It's a delay. Can you hear me?
Are you on your phone or laptop?
It's going to take a time for her to get it.
I'm on the same thing I'm always on.
No,
I'm always on the same thing.
You switch. You're really. I don't know if it's.
And everybody's delayed talking.
No, you're extremely. You and Mark was over.
I'm on the same thing I'm always on. The laptop.
You've been on the phone before too, honey. But that's okay. What is your?
This is the one I'm always on.
Don't make me X you out. What is your thought?
Well, you are too, according to mine.
What, dude? No, I'm the.
No, I've never been on the phone.
Goodness,
no, I've never been on the phone. Please, whatever.
Okay. So that should call back in because that delay is something, and I get it, I understand, and hopefully everybody come back. Mark was frozen in time. My thing is that it's really hard on people on this one, and this what goes on, and it sucks that it happens. And free tickets, yeah, okay, that looks good, but if that was if he'd have swung, then it'd been an issue.
Yeah, it would have been made out to be a white-black thing, and clearly that she was in his face. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and so, and this happens, and that's why I was trying to get Mark. He says he's going to call back in. We'll get Shannon back in and see what's going on because like I said, it happens like that. Thank God, like in thank you know, see, and that's why high school gets it right lots of times. And I know you can't do it in the NFL or college because people just trying to be there. But there's a reason why in high school they have home team, away team, so you won't have craziness because craziness will happen big time.
Right.
That part. So let me see real quick. Let me check on. Hey, call back in, dude. Because you're not ringing. I don't know what's going on. So I want them. Well, you know what? Um, let me. We'll wait for them and they'll call in. But I want to ask you this. This off the dome. Um, and really back on the coaches because I know that, and I want to go back to that coach, and I know that things changed, and I know that when Robert was, um, the coaches changed. Like, did Robert have a connected with the head coach, or did the position coach?
We the connection was with the position coach and actually the recruiter because actually the Lucas was the recruiter for Robert, but he's not. He's part of the defense, but I don't think he's the DB coordinator. I don't think he's it. But we did meet the head coach. I mean, we talked to him. I talked to him and everything. And then right before he got down there, head coach left. But see, not only the head coach left, but a lot of the assistants left, and a lot of them, went to transfer portal. So it was a big
Right.
old change. Shannon said it's not letting her in.
Tell her the
She
law
said,
completely out. That's why I told Mark that don't go back on it. Like shut it down completely and then come back in. That's what I told Mark
okay,
too, because he was saying the same thing on that one. But no, see, because people fail to realize that, like, especially on the college, like, this is not like having Wolf as the coach. This dude is a business dude. You know what I'm saying? Like anything as a head coach in college, a lot of players. I just want to say it's hard for a lot of players to connect with their head coach because they are the figurehead. They don't have the day to day. Yeah, they'll walk around. You know what I'm saying? As far as when they're practicing stuff like that, but it's totally different. It's totally,
right, right. Yeah. Hold on just a minute.
dude, it is crazy. So
And like I told Robert, I mean, there is changes, but yeah, the connection can change.
right,
And so, um, I guess my point is when talking about that, it's just what it is in regards to you think you know these coaches, but you really don't know. So you got to make sure your child knows to, you know, speak up for themselves, and if something's wrong, because even that whole respect factor that you want the kids to have for the coaches, there should be zero tolerance of laying hands. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't get that, and that's craziness all over, and it's kind of disappointing to me. It's
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it, it's totally disappointing, um, and that's say it with that. So I don't know, and we'll see on that one. Um, this I don't know whether doing this or whatever. Ecam is, and I'm not gonna blame on Ecam, but it is what it is. I just
Shan-
went ahead and sent
Shannon,
everybody.
yeah, Shannon says she's trying to connect.
Yeah,
It just
but
says
I,
connecting.
well, see, to me, I think they're using the same. You know what I'm saying? Like they did. And I think they just got to log off on that one and that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and send them another uh, app thing before I shut it down, and then be like, "Hey, everybody, hit me back up," because that's crazy. But I'm not surprised. There's just a lot of things going on. Did you Hold on, let's see. Okay. We'll see. We'll see on that. See if everybody's can join us on this one because this is. Mm, let's see. Hey Logan, how you doing, buddy? what I do, D, so because this might be stopping, I'm going to end this. Hit me back in 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Doing things like this. Have you ever had an experience of Bengals fan or whatever game you've been to that has jumped on you like that?
Yeah, quick story. Went to the Cincinnati game, right? And it was Baltimore against Cincinnati. Went up there with a bunch of co-workers. I had my Ben Roethlisberger jersey on. I went to the little thing to get me a beer and had a lady run up on me and yell in my ear and say, "What the fuck you doing here?"
Mm.
Played it off, walked away because I was like, dude, I ain't with the BS. Like, I'm ready to have a good time. So the game is over with, right? Lamar's coming in the tunnel, so we all down there. My pictures, I see this white guy with the middle finger up coming up the steps, and he looked at me and said, "Punk ass motherfucker, what the fuck you doing here?" And it's like, yo, it's time to go.
Right.
Because I know for a fact, if I go where I want to go to, the people who I'm with, they gonna go there with me.
Right.
So it's time to go.
Right.
Like when you go in and they get a little tipsy, they get out of hand.
What you said?
You understand what I'm saying? That's why I told myself, you will never see me in Paul Brown Stadium again. I won't go to Cincinnati no more because I feel like that's very disrespectful. We all here to have a good time. Yes, we get into it, we competition, but